Faces in the crowd, I absolutely love it. So let me just start by telling you what Jim Collins Foundation does and who Jim Collins actually, who he was. So Jim Collins was my therapist through my transition. And he was actually the first person who said to me, Tony, you're not broken, and we're going to get you through this. And if it wasn't for Jim Collins, I know that I wouldn't let go of the anger that sometimes comes along with being trans. Jim passed away suddenly in 2006. And when I had my surgery, my chest surgery, I remember the doctor saying to me, now, Tony, I just took your bandages off. Why aren't you going to look in the mirror? I was really afraid of what I was going to see. Okay? But when I got up and I looked for the first time in 41 years, my mind and my body matched and my life changed instantly. Instantly. And I started thinking about my community, and so many people in my community need these surgeries for a healthy transition. These surgeries are medically necessary, but they're unaffordable. So what happens? They just go without it, and a lot of times it could actually lead to suicide, depression, and all that. So I thought about starting a foundation, and I met Drew Levisser a few years later, and he's the co-founder. Drew he couldn't be with us tonight. So we've been doing these open mics for how long now? About a year, year and a half? Year and a half. And we've been trying to raise money. And our goal was to give one grant out last year. And I'm very happy to report that Drew Lodi, who's from Massachusetts, was our first grant recipient. Drew had his chest surgery yesterday in Florida and is recovering very nicely. I feel so honored that I was chosen to call Drew and let Drew know that he was the grant recipient. And I got to tell you that it was actually life-changing for me. I said to him, hey Drew, it's Tony from the Jim Collins Foundation. He was like, yeah. I said, you sitting down? He was like, yeah, why? I said, congratulations, you're the first grant recipient. And I heard the phone drop, and I heard him scream, oh my God, no way, no way. I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional. Because it was so, I mean, he was crying. I've never heard a cry like that. I've never heard somebody sound like that. And he got on the phone, he says, thank you, you saved my life, thank you, you saved my life. And I said, no, I will say you're welcome, but everybody who gave $1 to this foundation is a part of this. Everybody here is a part of it. When I hung up the phone, I started thinking, I was like, you know, what was that cry? And then it hit me. It was a cry of rebirth and relief at the same time. You see, Drew, for the past 3 years, collected cans 3 to 5 days a week to try to save money for his surgery. Okay? The Jim Collins Foundation, in his words, he said that it was like a miracle for him. And to know that people who didn't have to be doing this was actually taking time out of their lives to make other people's lives better, it made him want to live. So, you know, for all of you, Heather, Leah, Shauna, Eric, Kelly, you guys are so, with your time, so unselfish. You do these open mics for this foundation. I want to thank you. The board of directors wanted me to thank you, and Drew wanted me to thank you. And for everybody who supports us, for your newcomers here, I mean, every dollar gets us closer to helping somebody, and our goal is to give 2 grants this year. So, yeah, we need some money. Easily said. But so thank you very much for coming. And thanks, Waking Elliot. I won't say walking. I will do that. But thank you guys so much for being a part of tonight. We really appreciate you coming in. And please have a great time and enjoy the night. Thank you.